Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
The margin symbol matches your widow's peak.
Goodbye, wizard.
Witcha!
Almost forgot about that one. Bless you, Goku, but you're a bit of a sponge. You need the Dragon Radar? Find the Dragon Balls. Look out for that airship. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. Hey guys, Saxdu26 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Presents Everywhere, also known as Legacy of Goku 3, Boo's Fury. Last time, the titular villain was revived. Majin Buu made quick work of Gohan, turned Dabura into a cupcake, and then survived Vegeta's final explosion. Some of Earth's strongest fighters have already fallen at the hands of Majin Buu. This new threat is beyond the strength of an Ascended Saiyan. A Super Saiyan 2 could not leave a dent in Majin Buu. In order to match him toe-to-toe, in order to go up against Majin Buu properly, we effectively need to find a way to become double Ascended. We need to bypass Super Saiyan 2, and given the amount of emotional and physical strain that getting to Super Saiyan 2 took some of these fighters, that's a pretty daunting task. But Goku believes that if Goten and Trunks here can master the Metamarise art of the fusion dance, their combined strength may be even stronger than that of Vegeta, and as such, may be able to defeat Majin Buu. It's very much a maybe at this point, but it's the best chance they have, and it's also an incredibly important character building process for Goten and Trunks to become much stronger fighters. And so, while they are searching for the Dragon Balls, that is exactly what they're doing, training to get stronger so that they can master the fusion dance. Now, you may be wondering why I am going to so many airships and submarines as I'm talking about what's going on at the moment. And the main reason for that is the process itself of gathering the 7 Dragon Balls. Last time we were able to do quite a lot of it just with Goku, and then fleetingly in between give the rest of the team a bit of training. Also, I just got a bandana. You want to get one of these pieces of equipment early, and only the bandits on airships and submarines will drop them. I'm going to equip that now, because as we go on, you're going to find this piece of equipment here. You will need one for this chapter. It is mandatory, and it will make sense as we go. The reason we're doing all of these airships first, let me punch you. Thank you. I got lost on a tangent there. Level 75. The other main reason is that at level 75, both Goten and Trunks are still too low a level to go after most of the Dragon Balls. Granted, we can at least pin down where the majority of them are. The way the Dragon Radar works this game has been changed a bit since Legacy of Goku 2, and rather than the markers being pointed out on the screen with stars, the radar gets more red the closer to a location where a Dragon Ball is. So here in Kyodai Pyramid, there is a Dragon Ball, behind a level 80 character gate. And unfortunately, this is a common problem with the majority of the Dragon Balls. Be it for Goten or Trunks, most of them are behind level 80 character gates, and both Goten and Trunks are only level 75. Thank you for the airship. I didn't mean to go into that, but sure, I'll take the experience. And while I'm at it, I will actually put the weighted training gear on Trunks, because it's going to help immensely. So, this means that while we can pin down where most of the Dragon Balls are, we can't actually go after them until we get to level 80. And I really don't want to do much in the way of level grinding, especially not only on screen, but just in general. I mean, it's only 4 levels, but I want to go after a Dragon Ball right off the bat. And thankfully, there is one Dragon Ball that we can do exactly that with. Here in the top portion of the map, following the snowy edge, a thumping great big airship, specifically the Warlord's airship. We keep hearing about him in the Thieves' Den, now we're finally going up against him because he has one of the Dragon Balls. And here, on the main mother airship, he is guarded by an army of cyborgs. Half man, half machine. Looking an awful lot like General Tao, actually, because to the best of my understanding, Cyborg Tao uses the same cybernetics.
Are they actually cyborgs this time?
They are actually cyborgs. I scanned them and they're cyborgs. Thank you for checking.
Good. I was just trying to wait in between takes.
It's all good. Like, literally, they're humans with bits of metal stuck to them.
That's a cyborg.
we got continuity, we've got things from Legacy of Goku coming together, we've even got thugs with armored pieces, and an extendo claw, which I'm not particularly keen to show off, because these guys hurt. They make the thugs look like a pushover. And yeah, but I love the Warlord continuity in the Legacy of Goku games. The way it all comes together is fantastic. Also, I did not put through my stat points from level 76, so let's fix that up. But yes, the Warlord's airship has elevators, because it's not just one room like all the other airships and submarines. It has multiple floors. It is a full-on dungeon crawler here. And the fact that this map location is not level tied is fantastic, because it means that we can enjoy it without having to hamper our experience. Also, yeah, the cyborgs make an energy shield, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it blocks energy. Again, after fighting Yakon, I'm really not in the mood to repeat that again, and also after, crashing the game against Majin Buu. Not in the mood! Let's just punch things to death. Thank you. But this is the kind of leveling that Trunks and Goten especially need going after the Dragon Balls, and I just left them behind by accident. I kinda want the experience, but no. Thankfully, the pushback from punches won't knock me into the elevator. I have to actually walk onto it, which is good. But we're getting a lot more sodas and creamy sodas back, and that is probably my favorite cybernetic enemy of the whole game. The Mechanoids. Ah, they're fantastic. I'll let him punch me so you can see it. He turns into a ball! I freaking love it! And he's immune to energy attacks when he's like that, but it's so fun! He uses the bits on his shoulder pads as a shield, and then he rolls up into a ball and he attacks you. It's so cool. I don't know if you can scan the ball separately. You can. You can scan the ball separately. I love it. I love it so much. It's so silly. These guys, okay, they're annoying because you can't hit them very easily, but the design of these cyborg enemies is so cool. These are the ones you want to be using energy on, because if you can get past their guard, it just tears through them. Flame Kamehameha, it is one of my favorite Trunks attacks, and to the best of my understanding, again, it's just burning attack layered on top of a Kamehameha wave. But I mean, I am not complaining, because as an attack, that is fantastic even conceptually. So, thank you very much. So, what we want to deal with is now this destroyer here. Thank you. Not in the mood for your nonsense, thank you very much. Not thank you very much. Come on. Probably should be Super Saiyan for this. But if I beat you up, I should level up again, and then I'll be at level 81, which would be great. Come on. There we go. Level 81. Most of our leveling, I want to try and get done here. 6, 5... No, there we go. I knew I'd unbalanced it some way. I've got to make sure I'm not disadvantaging myself. Now, I don't believe that you get a separate scan for the cyborg's shields. I should actually really be Super Saiyan for this. Well, there's the Grabby Claw. Oh, crud. Yeah, the Grabby Claw has a huge hitbox, so trying to dodge that nonsense is not particularly easy. But if I'm on this side, can I at least dodge it? Come on, please, please, please. Yes! There we go. Oh, he still grabbed me anyway. But there we go. Level 82. Much better. But yeah, this is a really good place to start with, because you have no level limitation in terms of getting in. And of course, we've got to make our way back down here once we're finished at the top, which means Goten is going to get a decent amount of screen time as well. And I didn't see the point in giving him screen time last part if we're basically going to be doing that again on the way down, so let's enjoy this while we can, give Trunks a really good show, and have fun. That's the important thing. We are leveling up like crazy up here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. Now we're sitting pretty. Oh, and I love the lifts going back and forth on the cranes. It's so cool, and you can see the airships in the background. There is just so much clever thinking, and then they put the laser cannons in, and I don't like it. Thankfully, they're about the most tame thing we've fought since we got here, and I appreciate the ease to it. Also, just like the clouds going past at the top here, this is so cool. This area Also, like, the propeller with the barber's pole white and red on it, it's just, I don't know, man, it just, there's something about it aesthetically that's just so ridiculous. It just looks so cool. I love it. I think I just forgot to put some stat points in, but thankfully, I could just do that now. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Onwards. How close to the top are we? We're getting there. We are getting there. I believe the top floor, you won't see any stairs, you won't see any walls, it's just going to be, we come out of the stairs and it's the top of the ship. Oh, but I just, with all of these airships and submarines everywhere, of course, the Warlord, in all of his vain mercenary work, would have an airship all to himself. And of course, he'd just be like, well, the world's going to garbage. Let's get my hands on those DragonBalls, like, you know, all of those other D-list villains from from the last search for the DragonBalls, like Mr. Vodka and such. Oh, and he's got the laser guns, I forgot about that. But yeah, just, I'm going to be enamored by this map area for ages. I cannot help it. It is stuff like this that I love so much, and also I love this music track as well. This is one of those music tracks that before now you don't really get a good chance to hear it. We got the chance to when we fought the Red Shark Gang, and that was it. And the only other time you would have ever heard this song anywhere near as much would probably be if you were playing Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu. Because before Boo's Fury came out, it actually had a remix of this track in Taiketsu. And Taiketsu is one of those weird games because it actually had 2 periods of releases, one of which primarily reused tracks from Legacy of Goku 2 and 3, and the other one used its own soundtrack. But now we're on the roof, and yeah, let's talk less about Taiketsu and more about getting Dragon Balls and dealing with the Warlord and stuff. And Onigiri, thank you very much. It's just the tiny propellers on the top, I love it so much, it's so dumb. This is such a cool aspect, and it still feels so fresh compared to when we did it with the Z Fighters last game. And that, to me, says that this gimmick isn't getting stale. We looked for the Dragon Balls in Legacy of Goku 2, we looked for them in Legacy of Goku 3, I looked for the capsules of them in Advanced Adventure, and every time the process has felt a little bit different. And that, to me, says this method works. But first things first, we have a save point, and someone has not had a chance to be shown off properly. Time for the sneakiest boy, Goten, and while he's powering up, I'm going to move the training gear across to him. 2-ton armbands and 1-ton boots. Because I haven't even got the chance to show off stuff about him, his energy attacks, the things he has going for him. He didn't use them when we fought against him in the martial arts tournament. Master, I have obtained the 5-star Dragon Ball. Great. 6 more to go and world domination will be ours. All thanks to Flying Mega Fortress XJ5. Is that a reference to Fireball XL5, I swear? Never before has there been a more impenetrable stronghold, and now I will succeed where Pilaf, the Red Ribbon Army, and so many others have failed. You're calling out every other villain, and you only exist in these games. Come on, Goten. That's where you're wrong. What? Impossible! And I believe, even though he's just a biomech, the airship Warlord has his own scouter entry. I do like that. But first things first, let's take the mechanoid down here and deal with him first. Now, of course, Goten has a Kamehameha wave, but specifically, and we actually see this in the anime when he fights off against Trunks, once Goten turns Super Saiyan, he just stops caring. So he uses what he refers to as the Kamehameha wave, which is why when he shoots, it's actually above his hands rather than from the middle of them. He pronounces it incorrectly, so it's a little unpredictable, which is why that has actually been done deliberately because he has no idea what he's doing. And it's kind of adorable. I love it so much. But yes, I'm going to give you some milk, my boy. Now our true opponent to deal with is the airship Warlord. Actually, you could do with way more energy, Goten. I've been getting more vanilla soda, so we'll use that. Your other energy attack is Vegeta's Energy Punch. But unfortunately, it eats through his energy like crazy, so I don't want to use it too much. Because, again, Goten is much lower a level than Trunks because he hasn't been grinding his way through here on the way up. But the easiest way to deal with the airship Warlord is honestly distance at this point. So I'm actually going to power down, and I'm going to use the Kamehameha wave and just eat through his health a little bit. That's not good. Come on, Goten. This training is going to be incredibly important for you. You already nearly went up 2 levels just from defeating the Mechanoid. No, dang it. Okay, yeah, no, Super Saiyan's still going to be the way to go. Come on, Sneaky. Come on, Sneaky. You can't beat me. Come on, Sneaky. Ba-da-da-da-da. Boom. I have found a solution. You know, I make the come on Sneaky joke because that's actually what one of his voice clips in Ultimate Battle 22 sounds like. But what I'm doing now is exactly what the headbutt attack is like in that game. Now, I know if Chi-Chi knew how much soda I was feeding you, she would be very cross, but quite frankly, right now, we need it as much as possible to defeat the Warlord, so it may actually just whittle him down really well. There we go. That's exactly what I want. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Yes! Goten has jumped to level 78. Fantastic. And now the Warlord is exploding. The thieves have been fully defeated from the West City Outlands. It's insane. 8 should be 3. There we go. We got the 5-star Dragon Ball. You'll never leave this place alive! Warning, self-destruct sequence activated. You now have 3 minutes to... Oh boy! It just turned into Metroid, ladies and gentlemen. We now need to escape the Warlord's airship and make it all the way to the bottom before it explodes. So first thing I'm gonna do... I can't even save. Goten even warns me that I can't even save. As great as training is going to be at this point, if it's more likely to get me killed, I cannot. Come on, Goten. Focus on getting out of here. You gotta focus on getting out of here. No! No, 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 no! Oh boy, I've nearly used an entire minute up just going down. Let's get out of here. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna have to skip that other ball there because I'm not in the mood for this nonsense, so it should be 8. There we go. Go, no, there we go. Go, Goten, get out of here. Get out of here. You know, it would be great if the crane lifts I could actually be spending doing the Super Saiyan transformation, because that would cut out a huge chunk of time in my travel back and forth. But unfortunately, I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to let me. And you're in a ball now, and I'm not going to deal with that nonsense, so I'm just going to run for the door. I'm not really in the mood for you and your garbage. Now, I believe we're getting closer now to the floors that already have Biomex on them, so this is probably going to be the point where I really need to kill these enemies. Thankfully, we've been getting a lot more points going into things, and that should hopefully make a bigger difference in terms of killing enemies. Oh boy. Okay, where's the hamburger? There we go. No, no, come on. There we go. A little bit more of a level up. And there was a snorkel flying past there, so it should be 9. Perfect. Grab that snorkel. Thank you. Rule of thumb, on the way down, while it's great to level grind, this is the reason why Trunks is going to have a head start over Goten. To get to even footing, even strength, and their absolute strongest so that they can perform the fusion dance. No! Get a load of this! No. I don't have time for this. If you're not gonna die, then go away. No! Can't deal with this. 12 seconds. 12 seconds left. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. Come on, Goten. Get the heck out of there. Whew. 7 seconds to spare. So, I bet you're all wondering, what happens if I wait out the timer and we can't escape the airship. Well, I'm glad none of you asked. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it at all. This is cutting it. Yeah, you full on die. Everything just explodes and you're dead. Game over. That's, yeah. That is my illustration for why you don't bother on the way down. Okay then. Having survived a near-death experience, young Trunks and Goten continue their search for the Dragon Balls. Next time on Dragon Ball Z.